Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahshua, Bashem, Rakakodash, Shalom to the 144,000 rest of you out there, Shalom to you all. And I'm going to title this video, make this video quick. I'm going to title this video, Make Your Heads Hard Against Their Heads, meaning the forehead. Make your forehead, your head, your look hard against their look. So that's from Ezekiel chapter 3, which I'm going to go into. So this is a video that I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched maybe this right about here. So you have this woman, this podcast, and she's talking about how the Israelites approach people. You can be assertive and or aggressive. You can't. First of all, the scriptures say you can be aggressive. Number two, this is not for women. And I was thinking about this the other day, yesterday actually. The woman at the well, when the woman started talking to Yahushua, what was one of the first things he said? He said, "Where's your husband?" Because he doesn't really deal with women. He did, he'll speak to women here and there, but the main thing was men. This is about bringing men in, and then the men bring their women in. So they got their opinion as to, see, I would accept it if they came a different way. Well, we come in the way the Most High tells us to come. And by the way, you act like every Israelite video you come to, they cursing people out and beating the shit out of people. When you watch our videos, we just teaching. When you watch most of them videos, they're just teaching. They're not yelling at the top of their lung, but sometimes that does happen. So she sees that she wants to see. And this is for the elect. This is not for all of Israel. I cannot stress that enough. This message is not for all Israel. You got IUIC. Their thing is 12 tribes worldwide. They want to bring all the Israel, Mosai, and even the Apostle Kabal always says this. He said, this is not for the whole nation. This is only for the elect. The Mosai is only gathering the elect. When the men of the Lord go out, the teachers go out, it's in the hopes that the person that you're speaking to or the people that watch you are of the elect. Because you're going to have some people that watch for entertainment, just to be entertained. They want to tell us how to speak and what to say and so forth. We don't give a shit. If you can't see it, come on, walk down the street. Could y'all walk down? Can I finish saying what I'm saying? Then they're going to get nasty with you. And they say, well, look, this is a free country. I can do what the hell I want. If I want to stand here. And we used to have fights down on 34th Street because you had niggas that would come up and ask stupid-ass questions, and you would ask them nicely, could you please, be quiet or walk down the street because we're talking to these people. Well, I can say what I want. And they can't. And we used to get into freaking fisticuffs down there. We used to lose it, drop the mic, and beat people's asses, man. I remember this one guy, he kept, I can say what the fuck I want to say. I can yell at it. I can do whatever. This is a free country. Bam, boom, bang. And that same dude, that's when Apostle Ravelar threw that crazy ass kick. I looked at him, I said, what kind of kick is that? He went up about 6 feet in the air and threw some crazy ass kick and missed the guy. And the guy had an umbrella, and he's swinging the umbrella instead of poking. If you fight with an umbrella, you poke with it. You don't swing with it. So I said, this nigga don't even know how to fight. Yeah, and it was always Jake. It really was. It was really Esau. Esau come up there, go ask you, they understand. You mention Obadiah, they know where Obadiah is. Mention the book of Obadiah to Jake. I guarantee you, if I go out among so-called Christians and I said, what do you know about the book of Obadiah? He said, well, what am I supposed to know? What's that in the Quran? Was that an Egyptian book of the dead? I don't know. That ain't in the Bible. That ain't in the Bible. Remember, dealing with churches, and IUIC found out the hard way that you ain't gonna get in good with them churches, man. They're going to pull out guns on you. They're going to take shoes off at you. And they're going to try to hit you with them shoes. They're going to call the cops on you. And here you clowns from the IUIC, Israel United Confusion, you still out there talking about, well, this is not public property. You out there for an hour They're telling you they don't want you there. They don't want to hear what you got to say. Scriptures say, shake the dust off your feet. So anyway, so this is the video, and this is and you know what? I feel sorry for the guy that's married to this woman. This is, you can see she's a loudmouth woman. You know, she'll always get the last word. This is why we don't deal with you sisters. We ain't dealing. I'm not thinking about you sisters. Period. Period, man. So I'm not gonna play it because you know how YouTube get down. It's the pros and cons of Hebrew Israelites. More cons than pros. This is her running her big mouth. Truth, but I don't want to be, you know, like you know, all up in your space. No, we're not in nobody's space. People come to us. We ain't coming to them. We stationary at a corner somewhere, and people that hear us, they come up to us. We in your space. No, we in our fucking space, man. What the fuck you talking about? And this is not for women any goddamn way. That's why we tell the women that watch us, don't say anything other than shalom and great video. Keep it moving. Unless you have a sincere, super sincere question. I'm not even going to say that, because we give you an inch, you're going to take a mile. Just say, if the Spirit's on you, have a sincere question, we may we may or may not answer, or we'll do a video on it. But guess what? You shouldn't have no questions. Everything that you would ask, we already did a video on it. That's the topic right there. Every question that you would ask, there was already a video done on it. It says, and I can see, I look at it, I can say, I'm in a club. You know, you go to ask a chick to dance. I wouldn't go to her. I wouldn't go to her with all that rope on her head. That's a gator. She smiles like a baby, but she bites like a gator. Inside joke. As it says in the mode, some people like we grabbing people, and we used to get into fights, need to be, if they're husband and wife, I know who wears the pants in the family, need to be, they really do out, they slumber. Oh, this is the elder teaching. And she's got that she remind me of my fucking sister, man. She kind of look a little like my sister, and my sister, she rules over men. He big too. You know, she got her thing all out. You know, she ain't dressed modestly. We don't deal with people like you. We don't deal with people like you. This ain't for you. And I used to say that. I said, look, if I see you can't get it, I'm going to say, can you walk on the street? Why'd I got to walk down the street? Because this ain't for you. And Ricard used to crack up. Because I said, look, brother, this is not for you. You ain't going to get it. You didn't ask me 3 questions. I gave you 3 answers, and you still got questions. This ain't for you, man. Walk on down the street. So now I went to a couple of precepts. A couple of precepts came to mind. I'm not going to read a whole bunch, but this is the main one, which is 1 Peter 2, verse 18. I'll read it in the King James. Servants, be subject to your masters. And in a way, we're not masters, but we're over you. So this is talking about when if you're dealing with an Israelite, you're working for that Israelite, you got to, and they're both believe in the Messiah. Some of the people that are over you are going to be hard. They're going to be, you worked in jobs where you got bosses that are hard on people and other bosses that are cool. But it's the same thing with this word. When you come up under the tutelage of the men of the Most High, we're in the position of a master. And I don't even like using that word, but we're over you. We're kind of like lords over you. So it says, servants, be subject to your masters, somebody that's over you, with all fear, not only to the good, and gentle, but also to the froward, the ones that is in your face. Like they mentioned, that's what the scripture said. If you dealing with a teacher, he's a good teacher. He teaches you the truth. He's the elect, but what you say? You didn't hear it? Read it again. You gotta deal with them. You can't tone a man. That's a man's spirit. Read about Jehu, man. What was the prophet? Was that Samuel or Nathan? It was one of the prophets that put the oil. The Most High said, when you go and anoint Jehu to be king, he said, run. Let me do this. Let me do this. Bear with me for a minute. Let me open up another tab. It says if Yahushua, he was an austere man. Look up the word austere. Give me a second. Who was the prophet that anointed Jehu as king? Okay, sending the son of the prophets, Gilead. Let me do this. Jehu anointed king of Israel. Give me a second here. Let me do this. See, this is a way to find a precept quick. Let me see. Jehu left the house and the prophet. You know what I'm going to do? 2 Kings 9 and 6. If I'm in the right scripture. Let me do this. Let me change this up. Second Kings. And we're in the Sabbath, by the way. 2 Kings 9. Chapter 9. Okay, Elisha the prophet, children of Israel, gird up thy loins and take the box of oil in thy hand and go to Ramoth Gilead. I'm just proofreading this. I want to just go to the point. I'm just proofreading this. I found it. You got to read it from the top. Okay? So this is Elisha. And Elisha was a mean dude. But guess what? Jehu was meaner than Elisha. Now, Elisha, when the kids, the Israelite kids, said, go up thou bald head, go out thou bald head, he used his spiritual power to summon 2 she-bears to tear up a bunch of kids. A lot of them got away because the little Jake kids can run. But 42 of them didn't get away. They were little girls and little boys, little children. It says, and Elisha, the prophet, called one of the children of the prophets and said unto him, gird up thy loins and take, right, this is Elisha talking to it says, one of the children of the prophets, and said unto him, gird up thy loins, and take this box of oil in thy hand, and go to Ramoth Gilead. And when thou cometh thither, this is when Israel was together, by the way. Look up. No, I'm sorry. This was after. This was after. Look out. Look out there. Jehu, the son of Jehoshaphat, the son of Nimshi, and go in and make him rise up from among his brethren, other Israelites. The Edomites was around too. You know, Caleb was there, the Edomite. And carry him to an inner chamber in a room. Then take the box of oil. This is Elisha telling this kid to do what to do. Then take the box of oil and pour it on his head and say, thus saith Yahweh, I have anointed thee king over Israel. Then open the door and flee and tarry not. In other words, get out of there, because when you pour that oil over him, I'm gonna put a terrible spirit on this man. So just get out, run. As soon as you anoint him, say you anointed king of Israel in the name of Yahweh, and get to running. So that's all I wanted to read. Now, when you read the whole story of, because Elijah was afraid, the great prophet Elijah was afraid of Jezebel. Let me see if I can, give me a second here. Okay, dogs. Let me try dogs. Okay, so I don't want to read the whole chapter. And thou shalt smite the house of Ahab, thy master, and may revenge the blood of the servants of the prophets. Yeah, because Jezebel wanted all the prophets killed, and Elijah was afraid for his life. And the blood of all the servants of the Lord at the hand of Jezebel, right? She was responsible for the death of many Israelites. For the whole house of Ahab shall perish. Right, Ahab, if you do the, matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let me do this. Let me get a little backstory on Ahab. The easy way. Ahab. You had righteous king of Israel, and you had wicked kings of Israel. You had righteous kings of Judah, you had wicked kings of Judah. You had righteous kings of the northern kingdom, and you had wicked kings of the northern kingdom. Okay, so let me see what it says. Let me see the name of the king. Okay, king of Israel, son of Omri, husband of Jezebel. Husband of Jezebel. So this nigga was married to this demon Jezebel. So let me come on back here. So, like I said, when the lad was given the instruction from Elisha to take the oil and anoint him, he said, "Don't walk, run out of there." And he was the one that put the order out to kill that bitch, throw that bitch off of. I'm going to read it. Let me see. Thus say the Lord, I have anointed, arose in the house and went and poured the oil in the hand. Thus say the Lord, I promoted Israel, I have anointed thee king over the people of Yahweh, even over Israel, and thou shalt smite the house of Ahab, which is the king, thy master, that I may avenge the blood of my servants, the prophets. And he's coming back for the prophets. Number one on the top of the list, the Yahweh Shai is coming is for the prophets because of what you did to the prophets. In the blood of the servants of Yahweh at the hand of Jezebel. Let's do some research on Jezebel. Jezebel. And Jezebel in Revelation 3, was it Revelation 2 or 3? You're going to put Jezebel in the bed. It ain't talking about the same Jezebel. It's not even talking about an actual Jezebel. It's just talking about a spirit. Okay, where's Jezebel at? Okay, Jezebel. Let's get the backstory on Jezebel. Ayazabal. Bel exalted, or Bel, his husband to unchaste queen of Israel, wife of Ahab, daughter of Ethibel. Let's do some research on him before vocab said, "Oh, she's an Edomite." Let's see if it comes up. Okay, boom, boom. There we go. Jezebel, the daughter of Ethbaal, king of the Zidonians. The Zidonians are Canaanites. So she was a Canaanite. She was a Canaanite that this Jake Ahab married into. And she wanted to kill. She was an enemy to Israel. Just like these Jakes in this conscious community, they're nothing but Jezebels, man. Saw that in them. They nothing but Jezebels. For certain people to say, I'm cool with them. I'm not cool with Sonetta. I'm not cool with Garfield. I'm not cool with Reggie. I'm not cool with any of them, because they represent Ham or the Canaanites. They pushing that Canaanite thing, and every last one of them are going to everybody that's associated with them is going to die. So I suggest you get away from them. You give me 50 racks. So I said, no, I don't want to have nothing to do with any of you demons out there. Anyway, I'm going all around the world. But my point was this, that the Most High put a fair spirit. Oh, we got to go back. I'm sorry. We're going to see what Jehu did. The Most High put the spirit on him to do for the sake of the prophets. It says, Ahab Massa, what is it? I may revenge the blood of my servants, the prophets. And Moses said, I'm going to get you for what you did to the prophets, killing the prophets. And Israelite too. Jerusalem, those who slay the prophets, kill the prophets. I just read that in the last video. And the blood of all the servants of the Lord, which are also prophets, elect, at the hand of Jezebel, the Canaanite, and the whole house of Ahab shall perish, because he married into a Canaanite woman. And I will cut off from Ahab him that pisseth against the wall, and him that is shut up and left in Israel. And I will make the house of Ahab like the house of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, and like the house of Baasha, the son of Ahijah. And the dog shall eat Jezebel in the portion of Jezebel, and there shall be none to bury her. And he opened the door and fled. So the young prophet fled. Then Jehu came forth to the servants of his Lord, and one said unto him, so Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, put a fierce spirit, of revenging spirit on Jehu. He was on a mission. The Most High put the spirit on him. It says, hey, I'll give you a story. I was teaching a class at One West, and there was commotion downstairs. So there was a couple of jakes out there acting stupid, and Ariel was there, Shaw was there, Shia, some of the seven was there, and they were like fighting. And I walked downstairs, and they had this one jake. They grabbed his neck, and they had him on a car hood. And then I went down there, and the spirit put the Most High put the spirit on me because this was messing with my class. I couldn't think straight, so I walked downstairs, and I went right to the guy, and I smacked him in the face hard, and then I walked back upstairs and finished teaching my class. It says because hey, them Harlem, can anything good come out of Harlem? It was at Nazareth. Can anything good come out of Nazareth? You had niggas back then, and you have niggas right now. And when we used to speak in Harlem, all we used to do was get in arguments and fights with Jake. That's all we did every freaking week. It's all well. Then these niggas, well, won't you go out in the hood? I got videos, a video where during the time of Tazadakia, he had certain brothers go down to Philly, and there's stories that they got battered up, man, from Muslims. They got beat down, heads cracked, literally cracked, stitched up, stapled up. There's certain niggas you just can't go around. That's the title right there. Wherefore came this mad fellow to thee, and he said unto him, ye know the man and his communication. And they said, it is false, tell us now. And this then they hastened and took every man his garment and put it under him and upon the stairs and blew the trumpet. Okay, what are the part of the dogs? Okay, the dogs. Give me a second. Give me a second here. Dogs. And the dogs shall eat Jezebel. There's not going to be anything left to her. And this came to pass. So let me do this. F. Okay, dogs is here. Let me see where else is at. Okay, let me go to the point. Okay, Jezebel is slain. And he said, give me a second. And as Jehu entered in the gate, she said, had Zimri peace, and slew his master, and he lifted up his face to the window and said, who is on my side? Who? This is King Jehu. After the Most High put this fair spirit on him. And there looked out to him 2 or 3 eunuchs. And he said, throw her down, throw the eunuchs, throw Jezebel, that Canaanite, down. So they threw her down, and some of her blood was sprinkled on the wall and on the horses, and he trode her underfoot. He galloped upon her. So he had he said, throw that bitch out the fucking window. So they threw her out the window, and the blood was all over the place, and he trampled her with the horse. So this woman saying, you got to come a certain way. Well, look, Most High gonna put the spirit of Jehu on us, man. It says, and when he was come in, he did eat and drink, and said, go see now this cursed woman, and bury her, for she is a king's daughter. You're the king of Canaan. And they went to bury her, but they found no more of her than the skull and the feet and the palms of her hands. Wherefore they came again and told him, and he said, This is the word of the Lord, which he spake by his servant Elijah the Tishbite, saying, In the portion of Jezebel shall dogs eat the flesh of Jezebel. That was a prophecy that was fulfilled. An immediate prophecy in their lifetimes. And the carcass of Jezebel shall be as dung upon the face of the field in the portion of Jezreel, Israel, so that they shall not say, This is Jezebel. Because there's nothing to bury. You had the skull there, some foots, and palms. And the dogs ate. The dogs ate. They said, That's some meat. It says, Shall the dogs eat the flesh of Jezebel? So she had her ending wasn't good. But she was looking to kill Elijah. Elijah prophesied against her. Elisha prophesied against her. These are the prophets of this time, man. Like I said, Elisha called 2 she-bears, and ultimately these she-bears, he used his spiritual power to kill these children. Ain't nobody had a problem with it, because you mess with a prophet, you messing with the Lord. All you guys, all you false prophets out there that came up against us through the years, Yahweh Shem Yahushai's got a special death for all of you. And we ain't dealing with no niggas. You got to talk a certain way. Bitch, don't tell me how to talk. She ain't want to look at her. Look. She don't respect it. If this a man, she got her breasts all out. She ain't modest. She ain't dressed modestly. She's probably stepping out on this dude too. So anyway, let me come over here. I'm sorry. Let me just read this in the. I'm not going to go too much longer. It says, servants, be subject to your masters, ones that are over you. Obey them that have the rule over you, for they watch for your soul, even if they're harsh on you. With all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward. Let me see. Let me go to the New Living Translation. You who are slaves must submit to your masters, people that are over you in rank, with all respect. Do what they tell you. That goes back to Hebrews. Obey them to have the rule over you. Not only if they are kind and reasonable, but even if they are cruel. So now let's go. I believe that's Hebrews 13 and 17. Hebrews 13 and 17. Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable to you. Hey, let us go forth thereof unto him without the camp, bearing his reproach. That means you got to push this word out. Be diligent. Oh, this is another good one. Hey, be not carried about with diverse and strange doctrines. The hell doctrine is a strange doctrine. The new moon is the full moon is a strange doctrine. The Sabbath is Friday sundown and Saturday sundown is a strange doctrine. The MOTB is sleeping with white women is a strange doctrine. The MOTB is sin in all of its forms. That's a strange doctrine. men in Israel can grow long hair. That's a strange doctrine. For it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace, not with meats, which have not profited them that have been occupied therein. Occupied ultimately needs false doctrines. Here we go again, 7th verse. Remember them which have the rule over you, who have spoken unto you the word of Yahweh. Everybody that came up under the leadership of GMS, you can never change. You can leave and start your own thing. You're still going to be under us in that order because we brought you into this. And so remember them which have the rule over you, who have spoken unto you the word of the Most High. You teach it because you learned it from us, whose faith follow, considering the end of their conversation. When we teach these lessons here, and now y'all become teachers. Remember them that are in bonds, as bonds with them, and them which suffer adversity, as being yourselves also in the body. You got get locked up. If you can get Bell, you can gather together Bell, and he's a true brother. You got to do all you can to help him. So now let's go to Ezekiel. I'm going to go straight. It says eat the roll, right? Let me do this in the NLT. NLT. I'm sorry, wait a minute. What the hell did I just do? Ezekiel 3. The voice said unto me, Son of man, eat, and I am giving you, eat this roll, then go and give its message to the people of Israel. We give it to the people of Israel as a whole, that the elect scattered among Israel will hear this and come in. If you're the elect, you're going to come in. So I opened my mouth, and he fed me this scroll, or this roll, the book. Fill your stomach with this. That means digest it, get the full understanding. He said, and when I ate it, it tasted as sweet as honey in my mouth. Then he said, Son of man, go to the people of Israel and give them my messages. So when it comes to the mark of the MOTB, we're supposed to tell them what it means. If any other group says anything different, they're false prophets. I am not sending you to a foreign people whose language you cannot understand. No, I am not sending you to the people with strange and difficult speech. If I did, they would listen. But the people of Israel won't listen to you any more than they listen to me. For the whole lot of them are hard-hearted and stubborn. But look, I have made you as obstinate and hard-hearted as they are. So the woman saying, oh, they got to speak nice. No, we don't got to speak nice. We can come hard. We can yell at the top of our lungs. Excuse me. I have made your forehead as hard as the hardest rock. The King James says flint rock. So don't be afraid of them or fear their angry looks, even though they are rebels. Then he added, Son of man, let all my words sink deep into your own heart first. Ooh! Then he added, Son of man, let all my works, which is the word, sink deep into your own heart or mind first. Sink deep, meaning you gotta, when you go out there and teach, You better know everything about these scriptures. Listen to them carefully for yourself, meaning heed these words. Then go to your people in exile and say to them, this is what the sovereign Yahweh says. Do this whether they listen to you or not. Now, I'm going to look up the word exile. And we are in exile, so you got to start using that. We are in exile. Let me see something. Let me do it. Let me go to exile again. Let me exile. Then I'm going to close. Exile definition. The state of being barred from one's native country. Our native countries over there in the Middle East, typically for political or punitive reasons. Punitive is to punish. We're out the land because the Most High punished us. Part of the punishment, the curses, was to be kicked out the land. Expel and bar or barred someone from their native country, typically for political or punitive reasons. Exile or banishment is primarily penal, where you get the word penalty, expulsion, to be pushed out from one's native country. Our native country is the Middle East. And secondarily, expatriation or prolonged absence from one's homeland. We've been out of the land for years. Homeland under either the compulsion of circumstance, which is the curses, or the rigors of some high purpose. So the Most High put the spirit on Esau and the other nations to banish us from our land. So let me look up. Let me get this word banishment. Bear me for a minute. This is what I want. This is what I want. Okay, let me read this one. This is Ezra 7:26. And whosoever shall not do the law of thy power and the law of the king, let judgment be executed speedily upon him, whether it be unto death or to banishment. That means to be exiled, pushed out of land, or to confiscation of goods, take what you got, or to imprisonment. Now, when you go to the laws, we didn't sentence you to 10 years and 20 years. You either got put to death or you had to restore what you stole from the person. See, that's a problem with Esau's economy too. You got so many prisons out there, that's a burden. Most, let's say 60% of them committed murder. You put them to death. You don't put them on death. Then you put them on death row for 50 years. You sitting there in death row for 50, 60 years. And then they find DNA evidence, and he was, and Jake, that happened to Jake all the time. When they do DNA evidence, we found out that this wasn't the guy. Here you done spent, I don't know how much money on housing this guy, and now he's gonna sue you for 10 million, 5 million, whatever the case may be. So this place, this Babylon, there's a reason why the Most High called Babylon, because it's a place of confusion. And the Most High getting ready to drop that bomb on them, man. You see what's happening over there in the Middle East? The Arabs are gathered. I was reading something, and it was at the UN meeting that what it was Iran and I believe Saudi Arabia got they getting together with Iran. So these and some of them, one of them prime ministers said all the Arab nations got to come together against these people, and that's the least of the flock. That's the smallest group of Edomites on the planet. I mean, they're scattered throughout the whole planet, but there's a group of them over there. But that's a small plot of land. They're not even in the whole land. They're trying to take Lebanon. Lebanon is originally part of the land of the Israelites, not the Arabs' land. Lamentation 2:14, I'm going to close. Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity to turn away thy captivity. We're in captivity, but have seen for thee false burdens and causes of banishment. Because you follow these false prophets, the Most High is going to banish you. So now let me see what the Hebrew word is for banishment. So the definition for exile is also banishment. They're not going to kill you. You're banished. You're exiled. Who is this? Napoleon Bonaparte was exiled to Elba, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't kill him. They just exiled him to an island, like they did to John. They exiled John to the Isle of Patmos on the salt mines. Okay, so let me look this up. In the Hebrew,
Strong's H, 4,000.
Okay, that's Madawak. Okay, this says enticement. But the word to be banished means same as exile. All right? Now, I'm going to give you one more precept. Well, Isaiah, shake the hand, lift the voice, that they may go into the gates of the noble. Not only to the kind and gentle, but also to the froward. Isaiah, what is that? Isaiah 58, is it? Isaiah 58. Cry aloud, spare not. Don't be concerned about their feelings. Lift up, like, hey, if you got a woman, Jake woman, that her mother's an Edomite, straight up either so-called or whatever, it could be a Jake, but I said, well, if your mother's an actual Edomite, she's going into slavery. And if she cries about it, I said, well, there's nothing you can do about it. They said, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. And Jake, it says in Ezekiel chapter, what is that, chapter 33, you can start the 30th verse, they look at this thing as entertainment. A lot of you guys, yeah, I got 5,000 people watching me. I got 50,000 people watching me. I'm good. If it's 50,000 people, guarantee you 4,500 are being entertained by it. Hey, this YouTube page called Hot Ones. You eat these hot, spicy wings or whatever with the hot sauce on it, and the guy asks you questions. That's a stupid channel. There's a guy, actor or singer comes on, and he can see how many spicy hot wings he can eat, and the guy's asking him questions, and that's going on regular TV, either regular TV or cable TV. So he's got a multi-million-dollar contract going for some fucking stupidity. All right? And they said the reason why they're going to put it on regular TV, whether it be local TV or cable, everybody got cable anyway, so it's cable. It covers the whole country and around the world, is because his YouTube page gets millions of views. A lot of these YouTube pages that get millions of views is something stupid. Some stupid shit. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next one. Shalom.